he's the world champion. So he won IEM Katowice is what you're saying. Ah, let's go. As we are, there we go. As we are jumping into our next series, as spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the green Pro Duels player representing Team Shopify Rebellion. It is Harstem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the human player, the red human from South Korea. It is LawLiet for Phantom Aces. He has one big trophy to his name. So you're saying like he's the best human player out there. Okay. Assuming that his main race is human. I don't know what his main race is. As Sue was the best Zerg. True. But now we're setting up. And now we're able to experience the Pro Duel side of things. Let's go. Again, I don't really know how much experience Harstem has with playing Brood War. I'm sure he has for content on his channel. I would imagine he's dabbled in StarCraft Evolution at least a little bit, but I would only imagine. Oh, I should get rid of the... Yeah, hold on. Bam, I'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. Okay. So we'll see if this is a little bit better here. The human play. True. If we don't really gain too much out of this UI, then we'll just switch back. But with the default UI, we can actually like click on units, we can read their names, we can check their abilities, which maybe is a little bit better, especially if we're a little bit more unfamiliar with how things are like phrased and like terminology. As LawLiet, he is going to be opening up once again with the initial Paladin hero and with a Rifleman. Very similar to actually how Yang Yako was playing earlier. True. Very similar. There's actually the upkeep top right as well. God. Hold on, I need to remove that as well. Bam. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, it actually shows us the upkeep. Okay, cool. We're a little bit more in the know. Wait, is that an initial creep? Oh my god, I just just realized. Interesting. I'm referring to this guy here, the Apprentice Wizard. As back here we have our more or less standard opener here, getting into our Twilight Council follower. Twilight Council on the way. Army breaks out with a handful of militia. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see. Despite this being the default UI, it is still a little bit. It's still a little bit jank. I'm referring to how the items aren't actually like placed directly on top of where they should be. Like they're a little bit off center, which is kind of weird. But there you go. Wait, what? Wait, I thought this was meant to be Brood War. Wait, what? I was a little bit confused earlier, but okay, no, never mind. SC2. SC2 versus Warcraft 3. Let's go. Never mind. As LawLiet, he's gonna break out. Behind this, going Glaive Adepts into DTs. Is this meant to be a thing? Like, are we? Is this allowed for Harstem? I thought it was meant to play Brood War. Am I crazy? Regardless, once again farming more creeps, just clearing up his side of the map. Behind this, what do we have to work with? Jesus, +9 pools of attack already. Okay. We're building up. We're getting set. As Adepts, they do threaten the shade. Heading towards the main. At the same time as Harstem moves in, LawLiet moves out. Does push through the center. Running into more Adepts. Does run in. Harstem goes to the shade. We do have a teleport. Now we have the militia instead. LawLiet, he races back home. So far, getting one worker. And getting a couple of workers here. At the same time, LawLiet, ooh, he does second guess himself. A little bit indecisive. He keeps pushing. He's confident in his boys. We'll eventually clean up the Adepts. And back at home, what is there to defend? We have shield batteries, we have the NG Overcharge, Stalkers, Adepts. Harstem looking solid. Time to design a new overlay for sure. Like, it's very... It's a little bit messy here. Gee, what the hell is this? As we have a Lapis Concoctor now, which I imagine would have been bought from one of these buildings. Okay. DTs have arrived. With that, no detection. Forces a recall. Thankfully, there is a sentry ward. Let's go. We have some form of detection. But this is going to be an issue here for LawLiet as he has to completely back off. Does back off, does retreat. Thankfully, sentry wards do last quite an amount of time. Is there a unit that you can, as it looks like we just sold a bunch of items. Is there a unit that can provide detection here? I know that you can take over the observatory, this here, the laboratory, and from here you can actually scan. Here you have the reveal spell. You have reveal, you have sentry wards. But I'm not too familiar with like detectors in Warcraft 3. We got the flying machine. Big scroll of healings. Another scroll of teleport. Or town teleport. Moving out. Yo, we got the shredder. Let's go. Harstem just building up a more standard gateway mortal composition. First of all, taking a lot of hits though. Oh my god. Does take a lot of damage. First immortal goes down, one immortal left. Kiting back. Again, the Paladin having a hard time pushing in. Does break through. Yeah, does try to break through here. Shield battery not really coming into play. The burst damage is insane. Yeah, a lot of burst damage here. Likewise, does keep the Uther back. Just for support. Yo, I'll be honest, there's a lot of spells going on here and I have no idea what it is. Does use a heal though. I know that. Heals up, shuts down the army, breaks through. And from here, the third base is going to be broken. Harstem heals both immortals, barely has any stalkers left. From here, busting into the mineral line. Mate, I didn't even know you could get this unit in the game, okay? The Lapis Concoctor. He's like, he's crazy. He's throwing stuff all over the place. Okay, let's go. Once again, pulling back, and yeah, he breaks a third. GG gets called, and LawLiet, he stays in just to kill units. But LawLiet, he does take game one. GG. GG. Humans OP. Everyone's playing humans so far. I want to see some of the other races. Also, I don't know how I feel about that UI. I'll be honest. Not too sure how fond I am. But GG. GG, well played. I mean, at least I guess you can see the items that are being taken. True. Can see the items. So I'm still torn. I think I'll commit to this UI for at least this series, and then we might switch again. Might switch afterwards. But GG, LawLiet does take a lead in the series, and now we're getting into game number 2. Again, coming into this, I assumed that it was going to be Brood War versus Warcraft 3, but I guess that's not the case. I guess we do whatever we want. We do it all, Pat. We do it all. As in the top right-hand corner, we have our blue human player. Once again, more human. Where are the night elves? Where are the orcs? We're all just human. For Shopify, it is Harstem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the SC2 Terran player from the land of South Korea. It is LawLiet. For Phantom Aces. Here we go. All right, Harstem, show us what you got. As again, we did have a very different approach last game when it came to LawLiet, when it came to playing human. Going to more, once again, a more rifleman composition, similar to Young Yakov actually, but we saw a lot more finesse when it came to like selling items, buying initial units. When it came to the Conductor, there was a lot of spells going on that I wasn't fully aware of what they were doing, I'll be honest, but it did look like he was supporting his army, buffing his riflemen, allowing them to deal more damage, or sustain less damage. I was able to break through. There's going to be a bit of a learning curve when it comes to what some of these units do. We'll get there. Especially some of the specialized, like, mercenary units, which I'm very unfamiliar with. But okay. So far, you see Harstem once again opening up with the Paladin. The only player that we haven't seen do this was Chassé when he opened up with the Priest, or with the, I guess, Sage. And it's just settling in. Yo, I appreciate the Warcraft 3 UI though. Let's go. The Lordaeron UI. As LawLiet is going for an economic opener, going for a Rax expand or for one gas geyser. Again, I'm not too familiar with how LawLiet's like what skill level he is with SC2 races. Not too familiar. Not even too sure if he competed in StarCraft 2 many years ago. I'm sure he dabbled. Here we are going to be opening up. It's a mod. Yes. This is a new mod that is actively being worked on. Shout out to SC Boy for helping to support it. They made their own Discord like a couple of weeks ago. And I think they added a new patch last week as well. A patch that isn't applicable to this, I should say. Not to this event. Harstem, he does militia some of his units. Going for the creeps. Likewise, going to mass riflemen. Yeah, I feel bad for Chassé. He was the only one to make footmen. He was There we go. Does get Cloak of Shadows. Okay. Invisibility at night. Might be a factor. Feels a little bit niche. But again, just farming, clearing out more creeps. Back at home, would you have a more bio-heavy composition here? Rushing into Concussive Shell. That I was not expecting, but we are getting into a 2-1-1 setup here from LawLiet. Building up his bio army. I mean, something like rushing to Concussive is seen more against Protoss here in case there is going to be early game aggression. So I guess a safer play here from LawLiet is going to be a little bit safer. Harstem breaking out. Hiding well, going for his expansion, getting up to a 2-base economy. Nothing too major here. Out of Harstem. Meanwhile, yo, we good? Are we okay? My OBS says that we're connected. Likewise, getting to Sim. This does feel like a bit of an unorthodox build here out of LawLiet, getting into a 2-1-1 setup, still without a starport, just building up more bio, marines, tanks, Sim City as well, being a little more defensive. Blizzard servers are dying at the moment. I see. Couldn't play ladder in NA or do co-op. Yeah, I heard that people, they were having a hard time making lobbies. Or they couldn't make any lobbies either. Is it do you know if is it just NA or is it also affecting the European and the Korean server? I might have to switch servers, like if that's happening. Otherwise, Harstem moving out. Making his way towards LawLiet. So again, LawLiet so far pretty well set up here. He's got his bunker, he's got 2 tanks. I mean, despite that, we've seen how impressive these pushes can be. We saw this from Young Yakov earlier. Oof. Likewise, KungFu Shell gets revealed. Harstem pulls away. He doesn't quite break through. LawLiet holding well. Third TC on the way. Harstem, did he sell his cloak? He did not. Oh, he's got 2 of them. He's got 2 of them. Double cloak at night. And yeah, LawLiet, he's being a little bit more passive here. I don't know if this is the correct approach to take. Again, like we haven't really seen too much of how these races interact with each other. Jeez, that's a lot of items. Another cloak of shadows. Jesus. Oh, no, he dropped it. Okay. They drop it in the end. As LawLiet, he's double expanding even, getting a 3rd TC and a 4th. Quite greedy. Quite greedy, to be honest. Now LawLiet, he moves out, he exposes himself. This does give Harstem the opportunity to be active himself, to try to break this. Otherwise, I mean, welcome one and all to Amygdala, one of the larger maps in the map pool. Wait, sorry, I just realized, what? Oh, that's crazy. Wait, sorry, I just realized that entire bases were removed, and to take their place, we had these creep camps. Sorry, I just assumed that they were there, but no, they're replacing bases instead. Oh, I see. That's actually influential here because it removed this center base, it completely opens up the center of the map. Like, this actually impacts like the terrain, which I don't think was the intention, because I think it's meant to be like, oh, just replace bases like in the game code with creep camps, but like that's actually important, specifically for Amygdala and most likely for El Dorado as well, right? Because then suddenly you open up El Dorado. Okay. All right, I see you. That's actually impactful. It'd be for like El Dorado, Amygdala, Alkiona as well. I mean, Alkiona's on the map pool. I think those are the only 2 that come to mind currently. Okay. Meanwhile, oh my God, Jesus! The rifle, they cracked. They sniped the medivacs out of the sky. Oh my God. By this healing spray. Okay. And chemical rage. Speaking of, does rage in. Enter increasing movement rate, attack rate by 15%. Okay. Does dive in. And breaks on through. Again, no SimCity out here. LawLiet, he exposed himself. I mean, he lost 2 full medivacs. I mean, he's barely got anything to work with here. Has to pull the boys. From here, he heals up his rifleman, breaks through. And from here, what can LawLiet do is go 1 tank on the high ground. The last were out of range. Diving into the bases. 3 waves of healing. It's okay. Yeah, it's like an AoE heal. Yo, he's got the Troll Berserker as well. And GG gets caught. LawLiet, he gets broken. And Harstem, he will take game number 2, tying up the series 1-1. GG. He's still just killing units. GG, well played. Mate, the DPS output of the Rifleman was crazy. So we spoke about this earlier, about how in general, Warcraft 3 units, they hit harder and they're also tankier because there are less of them, right? They're just less units, so like they're more impactful. But when it comes to situations like that, I was just a little bit shocked myself because you don't often see that few units kill a medevac that quickly. That was very little time to respond there. LawLiet dropping in supply immediately. Likewise, you spoke about it, but he was lacking SimCity outside of his third base. So, I mean, we saw that in the end, Harstem could just rush in, could just race through, and take it. GG, well played. But yeah, I do find it a little bit fascinating, specifically for maps like Amygdala and for El Dorado, just based on how this game mode works, because it's replacing bases with units and replacing mineral patches as well, and that actually will impact the map itself, which is cool. I don't think that was like an intended outcome of affecting some of these maps, but like just happens to occur. Let's go. So we are jumping into the ace match. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Frostline, we have the Terran? Okay. We have the blue Terran player from the land of the Netherlands, representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Harstem, not Protoss. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, once again playing human, the red human player from South Korea, representing Phantom Aces. It is LawLiet. For Lordaeron, for the Alliance. Oh no. Let's go. But yeah, so sorry, this is just something that I just didn't, my bad for not noticing it, but yeah, so the Warcraft 3 player only has 2 bases on their side of the map. They really only have 2 expansions. So they have their main, they have their natural, and again, like a low worker count is expected here, I suppose. But I guess we're disincentivizing expanding to a third outside of like this center of the map, which would be crazy. So just a 2-base setup here for the Warcraft 3 player, and of course all the creeps, which do provide resources, of course. But they do replace the gas geysers and the mineral patches that are here. Otherwise, okay, they do replace them. Of course, you can like sell items and stuff like that as well. So there's other ways to gain resources for the Warcraft player. But that does have the side effect of removing patches, which can influence certain maps. Nice. Likewise, we do see a more economic opening here out of Harstem, going for his own Rax Expand, single gas, playing SC2 Terran. Likewise, LawLiet back at home, once again opening up with the Paladin. And I would expect a similar playstyle to what we just saw. That's what we've seen from LawLiet so far. Likewise, from most of the human players, is to go into the Paladin initially, going to Master Rifleman as well to support, getting the Concoctor, which is, as we've seen, like a really powerful supportive unit as well when it comes to healing, when it comes to supporting the army. That's typically how things have gone. There is, of course, a little bit of an RNG aspect when it comes to items that you acquire. Something that Harstem didn't do last game, which I did notice, is in game 1, we saw LawLiet actually get the shop a lot faster, the item shop that you can build, and I believe he got that just so he can sell items. That was something that Harstem didn't do. I mean, still was able to break through and end the game anyway, but yeah, just a slight difference between the two players. Variation, I should say. Alright, breaks through the nulls. Yo, we got slivers of agility. Let's go. What does that mean? Oh. Talisman of Evasion. Causes attacks against a warrior to miss 15% of the time. Does not stack. Okay. Not bad. Pen of Engi increases mana. I mean, I feel like this is also a bit of a learning curve, is learning what items are useful to what hero, what items aren't as useful. Yo, can we steal? can we like steal creeps? And like last hit? No shot. That would be crazy. I would imagine we could, right? I would imagine it would be quite difficult, but I can't wait. I'm waiting for the game where we have the StarCraft player trying to steal kills and like deny items or deny EXP. Now Helion will be zoned away. Behind this, we have Harstem going into a 1-1-1 into Banshee. As Cloak is on the way. We did see previously that detection can be a bit of an issue. A little bit. Harstem pulling away the weakened Rifleman. Not bad, getting up to level 3. Getting a Ring of Protection. Oh, never mind, he doesn't want it. Throws the ring to the ground. Wait, I don't need your protection. Ah. Gets a Pendant of Mana. We can make hallucinations as well. Let's go. Here we go. Harstem, he's going to be pushing out. Likewise, as he moves out, he does end up purchasing one of these things. Tinkerers? Question mark? Oh my god. Tank volley going up. Likewise, we're going to commit in. Oh, sorry, LawLiet is what I meant to say. Harstem, he's set up so far. Decent SimCity, he's got his 2 tanks. But LawLiet, he is breaking through. So far, breaks through that initial bunker. Again, the heals have been clutch. I mean, thanks to all the mana that he's gotten, yeah, he can just keep healing. Does help himself up. Breaks through the front line, getting on top of the tank. And LawLiet is going to be able to break through this. Yeah, the tanks are exposed one after the other. Banshee did not come into play. It wasn't really a factor. There is no detection, but it may not matter. May not matter. I do apologize for saying that LawLiet was Harstem earlier, as the Banshee is wreaking havoc in the mineral lines. Workers are going down, but LawLiet, he is pushing through. Harstem trying to hold on. Oh, the heal! Going for the kill at the natural. That's crazy, actually. So what just happened here is LawLiet, he just waited out the Cloak. Like, he just waited out the Banshee. Like, his units was just that tanky. And GG gets called. Harstem, he's got nothing left. He gets broken. And LawLiet, he will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Harstem going for a 1-1-1. Unfortunately, the Banshees weren't really a factor. He was able to harass across the map, but when it came to the main defense, he was not able to hold on. Again, we did notice that LawLiet, he was intentionally just throwing away, casting aside items, I should say, just to boost his mana. He was able to heal up. He was able to sustain his army, broke through. GG. GG, well played. Unfortunately, I don't think we were able to, I mean, the boys weren't being pulled to repair or anything like that. Potentially Harstem not taking it as seriously, but yeah, it's crazy impressive just how tanky these units can be and how terrifying they are just in small numbers. Like, it's still taking me some time to like gauge like the strength of an army and how much potential they have and what you require to actually defend and actually hold. I think that's something that both players still have to work through. But regardless, GG. GG, well played. Whew. LawLiet will take it, and alas, Harstem will be knocked out. Will be knocked out. Congratulations, and that's going to lead us here into the semifinals. Into the semifinals of the tournament, so we have 4 players here. We have, of course, Young Yakov advancing on earlier. It's going to be Young Yakov versus Maxed, and MaxPax versus LawLiet. Oh boy. So I'm hoping that we get to experience some of the other races. We've only seen human out of Warcraft 3. I would love to see some Night Elves, some Orc. I have heard that Orcs are like a little bit weaker, and I think they got buffs in the latest patch. So I think that's going to be a factor to consider for the next weekly tournament or next bi-weekly. But for now, yeah, we've only seen human. I mean, we're learning. We're learning more and more about them at least, but yeah. For now, we're going to be going on a short break. We're going to be going on a short break, and we're going to get ready for the semifinals and the grand finals thereafter. See you soon. See you soon.